Upward Bound for this summer.
Upward Bound.
Yeah, that basically kind of helps people transition from the high school to the college, and also is sort of a way, like a testing grounds, that tries to see, do you want to do this degree? Do you want to do you want to pursue this major? If you didn't like this class, maybe you'd want to do this other one.
Gotcha.
It sort of like saves people time over time, where they don't end up saying, oh, I want to do biology because they like science or something. Then they actually take the biology classes and they're like, man, I hate this.
Right. All right, y'all, we're here with another one. I told y'all I got something very, very special for the class of 2024. I got something very, very special. Right here, I got my guy, man. Listen, y'all, listen. One of the greatest guys I met and was able to run across in this lifetime. You feel what I'm saying? Right here, man, listen. Collegiate, okay? Studious, educated. Those are only a few attributes that I could give y'all right now about my guy right here. So I'm going to let him explain the rest and talk about the rest. Today, y'all, we have a class of 2024 graduate, my guy Thomas. What's up, big dog?
How's it going, man?
How you doing, baby?
Pretty good.
Man, look at y'all. We got him on the network. We got him rocking with RUU, so y'all know we got to let him know straight up. We got to tell you right now, once you touch this camera and once you on rocking with RUU, you're a part of the network family forever now, Thomas, man.
Awesome.
You feel me?
That's great.
So this is an outlet for you forever. Whatever you need. If you want us to come pull up on you, chill with you, you got something to say, you feel played, hey, man, holla at Straight Street Network. We got you. Hear me, big dog?
Awesome. Okay.
So listen, congratulations first, because this is crazy. Like, I mean, I graduated from college, but it was mediocre. I'm not going to say mediocre because I did accomplish something. But I did it very fast because I was still working, kid. Life was right there behind my graduation. Yeah. See what I'm saying? So I didn't really get a chance to sit back and go, we did it. So I love to give people gratitude, and I love to tell people, enjoy this accomplishment. Man, live it, sow you the raw oats of it. You feel me, Thomas?
Yeah, because regardless, it's a mountain to climb.
Yes, man, yes. Congratulations to you, man. Class of 2024, where are the nerves right now for Saturday? Like, what's going on?
I just kind of can't believe I'm here. Well, I knew I had finished college, but it's been such a long road. I think I started college like the fall after I graduated high school in 2017.
Okay.
I know it's usually a common thing. I didn't really know what I really wanted my major to be. I was an artist. I had this gig that I was doing for 3 years. When I was 15, I made an online news agency in my hometown.
Okay.
So I was running that kind of while I was going to college, all the way up to my sophomore year. So I didn't know if I wanted to do communications. I was an artist. I didn't know if I wanted to do art, like 3D animation and stuff like that.
Oh,
and then there was also a little bit of like history and poli-sci, sociology in there. So I had a lot to choose from. So I spent a lot of time taking classes here, taking classes there, trying to figure out what it was, and I finally settled on poli-sci and art.
Okay. Now, for people like me and for the rest of the world, what is poli-sci?
So that's the thing. So even though I said I ended up on poli-sci, I'm getting my master's in history because over time, political science is a lot of like the theory of politics and history, the ideas behind it. So where history, you'll study about like Alexander Hamilton, George Washington, Winston Churchill and stuff like that. People in history, in American history. Political science will kind of teach you about the theories behind those people. So like, what did John Locke write that influenced Alexander Hamilton and Thomas Jefferson and all
to make them
people?
go on?
Yeah, like the ideas behind the men is political science. And history is the men. So.
Okay. Is it a lot of reading involved in this?
It's a lot of reading. Like once you get to your later level political science classes, and I'm pretty sure history is like this too. So once you pass the 300 threshold into the 400 level classes, that's when it's like, okay, read this book. We're gonna talk about it in class every now and then write a paper about it. 3-4 pages. I just finished this last one. It was for my political theory class, which is kind of the capstone or one of the capstones to your political science degree. And it was a research paper. It was 15 pages long. It was the longest thing that I've ever written in my entire college career. Longest thing I've written ever, but
that's a book.
Yeah, pretty much. Like a lot of my friends looking at it, they're like, "Oh, make this your dissertation," because they're some of my friends are already in their master's degrees and everything. It's yeah, make this your thesis later, rework it. And while I was writing it, I kind of hated it. I mean, completely honest with you, I'm usually short and to the point, you know. Not very long-winded when I write things, but once I was at the end of it, I was like, you know what? That was actually kind of fun.
Okay. So now, what are some things that you did to prepare for Saturday? Like, how did you get mentally prepared to know that you're about to walk across that stage and grab that diploma from the dean? Like,
well, because I transferred from community college, I never really walked the stage with an associate's degree.
Okay.
All the credits kind of got transferred into my bachelor's. So it's been since high school since I've walked the stage in a cap and gown and everything. But I'm kind of used to being on camera, kind of used to being in front of a crowd. So at this point, I'm just like, well, it's just another arena to step into. So I'm ready.
Okay. During these years, what were some things that humbled you and made you realize that you had to get your act together, or you had to lock down these books and make sure that your education prevails you through? What were some things? I mean, you went, 4 years?
Yeah. So, I mean, 4 years for the, okay. So I will say what humbled me was the very first time that I received an F in a class.
Okay, there we go.
Because I was a student throughout all school. This is K through 12 and a couple years into college. I was a student that didn't really have to study a whole lot.
Okay.
I kind of like could just be in class, write down some lines or write down some notes. My notes were pretty extensive, but I'd never really go back and study the notes. Because I'd say I wrote it down one time, I can remember it. Tests kind of freaked me out a little bit, but you know, I still knew that I could just push through it and just through sheer force of will. And I think it was when I got to one of those 400 level classes where they're like, no, read this book, write this paper in this exact kind of way. And I'm like, I got this. I've been in college because it's been seven years. I've been in college at that point for 5 years. I haven't really made anything below a C really, so I got this. Wrote that paper, turned it in, got it back. You failed the class. You didn't do this. You didn't do this. This was your research paper for the whole class. Taking the exam won't even help your grade at this point. Like he said that. He said that, and I'm like, man, all right, I gotta buckle in now. So yeah, that was one of those humbling moments. Whenever, so I would say to anyone who's like in high school and they're like the hot shot, they got the 4.0 GPA, they don't really have to study a lot. College is a bit of a different animal. There will be classes that are like your high school class where you're like, oh, you know, this information's easy. I got this. I'm going to pass. But there absolutely will be at least one class where you're like, man, this is hard.
Right. You got to shake back.
Yeah.
So at what moment did you finally say, okay, this is what I'm going to be. This is what I'm going to be my major?
I don't really know. So I guess
not the moment. What area of schooling or what timing?
I would say when I finally like locked into one major would be my junior year, believe it or not. Unfortunately, I had enough credits in me figuring it out everywhere where it didn't really set me back that much. But that mostly came because when I was in my sophomore year of college, after I'd done like the whole news agency thing, it was called Kentwood Through the Lens. I'm from Kentwood. Small town like
Louisiana boy, man. Come on, we got love for our Kentwood dogs out there. You know it.
Yeah, so small town, like 3,000 people. And I'm a reporter doing stories. I go to all the council meetings. I live stream and everything. I have this. I actually built a green screen studio in my garage.
Innovate. Do y'all hear him dropping these gems, y'all? Innovative. Come on, man. Come on, man.
I didn't really. I don't know. I was like 15, 16 at the time when I built the actual studio. And I didn't really think I need to buy a green sheet somewhere. But because it's Kentwood, small town, you go to the dollar store a whole lot. And I noticed there are these neon green poster boards in the dollar store. And I'm like, you know, if I tape 9 of those together and then like tack it to my wall or something.
I got a green screen.
Yeah, I can green screen. I can just chroma key it out, you know.
There we go.
So I did that. And I had this show going on where I put myself in a news studio, talked about the issues that are going on in town and everything. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed going around interviewing people and doing all that stuff.
Okay.
But I realized at a certain point, and I was around my sophomore year of college and everything, there's only so much I can do as a news reporter. I can't write any laws. I can't advocate for anything super hard. I'm basically an information guy.
Yes.
So I was like, you know what? There's an election coming up in a couple months. I've only voted once. I just became the voting age. I was like 18, and I'm like, I'm gonna throw my hat in the ring,
Okay.
and I did it, and I won. I was third place in the original election. Was about 5 votes short of just getting in. Ran in the runoff against a couple incumbents, and I came out first place.
Okay.
And I did that for 4 years, and that was my sophomore year of college. And I think at that point I was like, I should do poli-sci, and that probably helped me with this whole political thing that I got going.
Gotcha.
And so from sophomore and then to junior was around the time when I said, I'll do poli-sci.
Okay. Was the family supportive of this?
Oh yeah, the family was super supportive.
Okay.
Yeah, they've always been really behind me for going to school and doing that and getting out there and doing stuff. So yeah, my family's always been really supportive of that.
So mom's happy about this?
Yeah, mom's definitely happy. My mom's
Okay.
definitely happy that I'm finally done with my degree. Because
Come on, she had to stick through all of that time, right?
Yeah, doing the political thing at home. Sometimes I'd say, well, I'm not going to schedule as many classes. I'm just going to do 12 credit hours. When before I ran, I'd probably do like 18 or something to try and
Gotcha.
speed it up. Especially since I was pursuing a minor, so I was already splitting my time a little bit.
Gotcha.
So I got the minor in new media and animation.
Okay.
So just to integrate some of my interest in art a little bit. So that kind of slowed me down a little bit since I'd only do like the minimum amount of classes, so I'd have time for other stuff.
Gotcha.
Because I also was president of the Rotary Club for 2 years. The charter school that I graduated from is an online charter school. I was on the board for that, and I became the vice president. So I was stretched a little thin.
Gotcha.
But I was handling it all, and I knew I was going to make it through somehow. But yeah, my mom's definitely happy. She was like, I remember throughout that 7-year time, once I got past the 4-year gap, she was like, when are you getting your degree? When are you graduating?
What's going on? Gotcha. To piggyback a little bit, you say you were stretched, you wore many hats during this time.
A lot.
So can we say time management was a big part of this?
Time management was definitely a big part. I wouldn't necessarily recommend somebody like wear as many hats as I did.
Definitely.
It's definitely quite a juggle, but time management is something you definitely gotta sort of be on top of throughout college. Whether you've got a job, whether you've got other obligations, or whether you got like charity work or stuff you're doing, there's always going to be something going on in your life. So
Yes.
just make sure you manage your time. I know it's kind of typical of college students to say, oh, 11:59, I'm going to start working on it at 9 p.m. that day. Don't do that.
Please don't.
I usually work well under pressure, but there's a couple times where I was really down to the wire, like within seconds of getting that paper in or that project.
Yes. But yes. So when was the last submit before 11:59 for you, man? When was the last one?
I would say 4 days ago.
Okay. That's what's up. So no more of those.
No more.
How were the last exams?
The last exams, pretty good. They're pretty dense since they were like my final classes. So I was taking political theory, political science seminar.
Okay.
And I think it was Earth and Space Science 2, which that one was a 200 level class.
Okay.
I just kind of avoided it this whole time, and they were like, well, you need to take it. You know, and we know you've been in college forever, but you need to take this class. You
Right.
should have taken it in your sophomore year or something, but now you're going to take it. But
Gotcha. The animation, is that something that you like to do because you watch, or is that something that you just chose to do? Do you like art?
I do like art. I've been drawing ever since I could remember. You know.
Okay, okay.
And I was in the talented art program in school that they do through the parish and everything.
Okay.
So I've always done art. I've always drawn stuff, and that's kind of what got me into the whole news thing, because
Okay.
it was a way to sort of apply my love of art with something in my community that I could actually do at that time, because I liked digital art. That was around the time I moved from traditional to digital. So I'd gotten my first like drawing tablet, like iPad and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I still pursued the new media degree, because it was my hobby that I could sort of make more official.
Gotcha. Something you did on your like probably just downtime. When you
Yeah.
were just chilling or something. what were some other things that you did to make sure that your mental was okay during this time period? Because this stuff could be overwhelming, man.
Video games. I like playing video games.
Boom.
So yeah, that's a little bit where the new media degree came from. They taught you like 3D animation, and there was one time, I think it was in my junior year of college, I was dead set. I'm gonna go to Full Sail University. I'm gonna work for Activision. I'm gonna make the next AAA video game or something like that. Then I was like, well, I could do that, but if I don't get hired with Activision, I don't know what else I'm gonna do with this degree.
Right.
So.
Right. And I'm not just looking through my phone. I want you to see something because of what you just said. You said you were going to go to what school?
Full Sail University.
You were going to go where?
Man.
You were going to go where? What?
You were going there?
Class of 2023. I told you. Full Sail University, baby.
I didn't know I was full. Man.
Digital cinematography, baby.
Yeah. So my best friend, really my cousin, but we've been really close, almost like brothers.
Okay.
We both made a road trip with my mom. So she drove most of the way to Florida years back, maybe about 2 years before I went to college, because we were both going to go to Full Sail.
Okay.
We were going to be video game designers. We were going to be living high on the hog. It's all that. And he actually did end up getting an art degree at a different school in Lafayette, and he learned a lot of really great skills for it. Improved his art and everything, and that's going pretty good for him. So, yeah. But I took the poli-sci,
definitely,
academic route and all that.
Put the suit on. You feel me? Put the suit on. Sometimes you got to change clothes, like Jigga said. You feel what I'm saying? For sure. Now.
But yeah, that's crazy. So I went over there, did the whole tour and everything. So.
Oh yeah.
Wow, small world, huh?
That's crazy, man. Look at that, man. When you're talking to a Full Sail alumni sitting right here, man.
Awesome.
I wish you would have came, but look, you still were able to go and be collegiate. Sometimes the decisions you make will make you prevail and go longer. You see that?
Yeah.
So that's a gem, y'all. You see that? He could have chose Full Sail, but he probably wouldn't have ended up the way you are now. You probably wouldn't have the same journey. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I could have chose multiple other paths also, but I probably wouldn't have ended up on the same journey, and we definitely wouldn't be right here talking today, man. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, probably not.
You feel me?
Everything's meant to be,
Everything is definitely meant to be. Everything is definitely meant to be. Now, Kenwood, you're a Louisiana boy.
Yep, born and raised, yeah.
How was it growing up in Louisiana for the people who don't know?
Always really normal to me.
Okay.
I was raised mostly by my godparents, and she's from Germany, and he's also from Kentwood. He was in the military. That's where they met.
Gotcha.
So I always traveled and stuff, but I do like Louisiana. From the places that I've been, I really wish it wasn't as hot as it is here, but
I'll wear this mobile polar than come on, man. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'd say, the food's worth it.
Come on.
The laissez-faire lifestyle's worth it. Everybody's friendly, everybody's nice here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'm from the Big Easy, man, so you already know, man. I understand everything you're saying.
Yeah.
Especially about the food and the cuisine. What are some Louisiana foods and cuisines that you like, Tom, man? Come on, man. You're a Louisiana boy.
I really like crawfish etouffee. I like it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
okay.
I do like I like anytime there's like crawfish sauce on top of like fried fish, like fried catfish, and things like that.
Gotcha.
Over time, my godfather throughout time he always liked eating raw oysters. Like the little cocktail sauce and stuff. I never really understood it, but eventually I tried it one day and I was like, you know what? It might not be my favorite thing to eat, but I could see someone. Yeah, I could deal with it. So yeah.
So, boiled or fried seafood?
I would say boiled. And honestly, I know crawfish is the thing. I feel like you get more out of boiled shrimp.
Me personally, that fried shrimp on bun, man.
I mean, fried shrimp's good too. Fried
to die for.
It's hard. I'm a foodie, so I cook a lot. So it's hard for me to. It's hard for me to pick like what's a favorite food or anything because it kind of varies over time.
What will you go to? Let's just say we inside tonight, cooling. You just chilling. Hey man, RUU, come over, come chill with me. What we throwing on that stove?
Hibachi. That was one of the very first things I learned how to make.
Big. Ooh.
I think my godmother taught me how to make like fried eggs and breakfast and all that stuff, like the basic stuff.
Definitely.
But the very first like dish I really learned how to make was hibachi, like the whole thing, the fried rice, the vegetables. It was usually chicken or beef. It was usually chicken or beef that we usually make. But yeah, so I'd always do that. Anytime we go to the store, I'd be like, "Can we get some rice? Can we get some zucchini and stuff?"
And that was your go-to.
Yeah, we get home, I'd turn on the grill, put it all in, make it, and we'd have hibachi.
Definitely. Beignets?
Beignets, I love beignets.
King cakes?
King cakes. You know what?
Even though it's seasonal.
I would say the Bavarian cream king cakes and the strawberry ones are my favorite.
Okay.
The filled ones.
Okay. Louisiana snowballs.
Man.
Let's go.
Man. I don't care if it's cold outside, 32 degrees. I want a snowball.
What flavors we going with? See, me personally, I grew up not even knowing the flavors. I just walk up, I want a yellow one or a red one. I knew I like those flavors.
my go-to is usually tiger's blood and green apple.
Okay,
tiger's blood and green apple with some condensed milk.
Condensed milk in there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. No gummy bears or none of that.
No.
I don't do candy and snowballs. I'm not gonna say it's weird to me because I know y'all love it. But that's just a little too much for me.
I'll say every now and then I might get some gummy bears in there, or I might get like the cheesecake at the bottom. But if it's just any day of the week, tiger's blood, green apple with some condensed milk on top.
Okay. What is the diet of a college student? What do you have to eat to get you through these years of college, man?
What fast food's on campus?
There we go. So,
or like,
yes, whatever $5 meals you can get, right?
Yeah, pretty much. So I would say in Hammond, Cane's, Taco Bell, Popeyes.
Okay. We gotta go there then. Cane's and Popeyes. What we doing?
Man.
And look, this is not saying one over the other. This is just saying who we going with.
Popeyes seasons their chicken better. I'm just gonna say it right now.
There you go.
Cane's is good, but I think Cane's is good because people really like the Cane's sauce.
Definitely.
So I would say if all of the buildings are right next to each other, 2-piece dark spicy at Popeyes.
Definitely run into that Popeyes thing. So listen, Saturday after graduation, you gonna get that 2-piece? What we doing, man? We getting lobster? What we doing?
I'm actually going to RUU and Brew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're having a little party there. Some of my family, some of the ones that come to the graduation party. So yeah.
Okay. So the family's gonna be there to support you.
Yeah.
We talking balloons and.
I don't know about balloons. I think just like a dinner. Everybody.
Who's gonna have the air horn inside? When you walk across that stage, who's going to go? Who's going crazy?
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be my bio dad. Yeah.
Okay.
He's the one that's with the air horn. I'm pretty sure he had it at my high school graduation. To be honest with
you. Definitely. Walking across that stage, how is that going to make you feel once you walk across that stage and receive that diploma, man?
I would say I finally did it. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. But also, I'd say the journey continues because I'm getting that master's degree.
Definitely. So that's what's next. So I was going to ask you that. So what's next? Right after graduation, I mean, are you jumping back right into it? Are we taking a break off? A breather?
I'm definitely not taking a break. I want that master's degree, and it looks like a lot of work. They say the PhD is a lot of work, but I feel like I should probably just do it afterwards. But I'm going for a master's in history.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the master's is going to lead you into
PhD, hopefully.
Definitely.
I want to teach at the college level.
Okay.
I feel like that'd be really fun to do because the college teachers that I've had, there've been quite a few at this point that have been really influential, and it's like, man, this looks like a really great job. I think I'd want to do it sometime.
So you were inspired by, let's say, professors in school?
Yeah, definitely.
What were some of your other inspirations along this journey? What or who?
I would say definitely some teachers over time. Definitely some advisors that I've had, and my godmother. Yeah, she was one of the people that was always like, you get that degree, you do good in school.
Okay. So I'll say words of motivation and words of encouragement was something that helped you get through.
I would say it's something my godfather said a while back. He passed back in 2011, but it was something he always said. Do the best you can do. Do absolutely the best you can do. And I just always remember that in the back of my head. I know it's simple, but you just had to be there,
Right.
There was a presence he had when he said it. So that's something I always tell myself.
Will we get more animation out of you?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm definitely gonna pursue some credits in animation when I'm going for my master's. I'm gonna do the same thing I did with my bachelor's. Hopefully, it doesn't take me too long this time.
Right.
But I'm definitely gonna take some classes in art as well.
Okay. Look, the Straight Street Network. Look, we need us a kid show, man. Okay.
Yeah, you know, who knows?
Kid show. So look, hey y'all see we said it first. We might mess around and get us a Proud Family or something. You know, we never know. You never know.
Give me a couple of years.
Gotcha. We got you. We want to tell you, man, congratulations again, bro. Because I mean, a lot of us, we feel like we feel like we can accomplish things until we run headfirst into it.
Yeah.
And then that's when we see, like you said, things happen, life comes. So for you to actually prevail and get on the other side of that mountain. Come on, bro. You feel me? This is definitely not the last time you will be on this network.
I hope not.
Definitely not, because we gonna come to your class when you teaching them children up in college, whatever university it may be.
It might be here. Who knows?
Whatever university it may be, we gonna be there, man. Definitely. Now, class of 2024, Saturday, you walking across that stage.
Yep.
To the young Thomas or the young RUU, who's about to transition, because you had to transition into college life.
Yeah.
Now you're about to transition into. Well, no, you're actually going back to school.
Yeah, I'm going back to school.
You're actually taking this accolade and still keeping it going. What do you have to say to the young Thomas who wants to actually go to college, transition, and pursue?
I would say it might feel really daunting. You might hate school. You might say, man, going through high school was just too much. I'm just going to be glad to get that degree and never have to do it. I would definitely recommend going to college. Like, you meet a lot of people here. You meet a lot of like-minded people who also want to do the same things that you want to do. You might not know what you want to do yet, but I feel that in college, it's definitely a place where you can find out what that is. Mm-hmm. Or if you have a little idea, you have a little hint like, oh, I kind of like this. College will definitely make you figure it out.
Definitely. Well, y'all heard it here first, man. We're going to be seeing our guy again on Saturday walking across that stage with that cap and gown, y'all. Thank you again, my dude.
I'll keep an eye out for that purple hat.
Man, I got you. Hey, listen, you're going to see me in the cut with that bucket on, you heard me? Don't trip, baby, don't trip. Thank you so much one more time, man. Go on and do great things. We're going to be right here cheering you on. If we cheering you on too hard or we too loud, just look at the side and be like, look here, RUU, just chill for a second. But we definitely going to be there cheering you on, making sure you go all the way. I'm so happy that I got a chance to run it with you, man. Thank you for coming to the network, man.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for blessing me with your time, big dog. And there y'all have it, man. Thank y'all for rocking with RUU, and we out, baby.